check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I told them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.
Oh, what's poppin'? What's up? Welcome to the room. It's your boy Finstake with CB83. A lot of y'all don't even know I'm live, but hey, punch that like button on your way in. We about to get this thing cranking right away today. Shout out to the homie Canes in the building. Says salute CB83 and everyone. Salute to the homie Canes, man. Let's go. Let's crank it. Let's get it cracking. Yes, sir, man. We got a nice little show for you today, man. We're going to talk about this Tyreek Hill and the Pivot podcast. We're going to talk about a lot of these dudes getting the axe. I got the homie in the back. We about to get this thing popping. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody pulling up. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit everybody up. Let them know we live, man. Let's get this thing cracking. Lou, what's popping, man? What is going on, dog?
What's good, CB? What's good, homie?
What's good, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling.
That's what's up, man. We're definitely gonna get into it. We're gonna start talking about this this Tyreek Hill situation. How did you feel about the interview, Lou? What was your thoughts on it, man?
Listen, I think Tua took a couple strays. CB unnecessary, right?
Okay.
I think, maybe Tyreek could have maybe worded it a different way, or not just say it at all, but it's for everybody's interpretation. I'm not going to make a big deal over the actual comments, but kind of like what we were talking about maybe a little bit earlier, CB. I don't know, bro. There's some concern, at least. It raises my eyebrows a little bit, to say the least, CB. But we'll get into that a little bit later on.
I got you. So, I mean, I think that's fair. You say it raises your eyebrows a little bit. As far as like the relationship and what's going on in the locker room. I mean, when you're dealing with a football team, right? You're dealing with a lot of, you're dealing with 55 different individuals, players on the team, right? And then you're trying to make it work. And that's what I was on TD's show last night, and I was saying, hey, when you're on a team with 55 other cats, and you guys see each other more than you see your families during the season, bro, there's gonna be some tiffs and stuff like that. There's gonna be some riffs. And that there's some stuff you got to figure out. EM in the building. What's up, man? I didn't know if you was pulling up
what's
or
good,
not.
bro?
I know. Hey, I heard you was running for some reason. Somebody told me you was running.
Oh, yeah, running from what? Running from who?
Who is this?
You know what I'm saying? Who? No. So yeah, what's good though?
What's
gentlemen?
good, man? We talking about this situation, man.
Put foots in them, CB. That's all I know. Put foots in them.
Hey, you know how we do. We know how we do, Lou. You know how we do. Shout out to the homies pulling up. I see y'all 20 in the building. But I mean, like I said, there's gonna be riffs. What was your thoughts on the podcast, Ian? I know you got a chance to take a look at it. What was your thoughts on it?
I just think it's a situation of normal, like, people that have been out in the workforce, at any portion of their life, been around different types of people from all different walks of life, right? It's just a situation where, you get two people, don't see eye to eye on a particular issue, and, there's a debate about it. There's a confrontation might be too strong of a word, but it's just a situation where people just, again, they, they're offering constructive criticism to one another, and it's a little back and forth, and some people, Tua, I think what Tyreek meant was Tua might take it on a more of a personal level, you know what I mean? Because when Tyreek made the statement that Tua is not He doesn't, we'll have an issue and Tua might not talk to me for a week. I didn't take that as being on a professional level, right? Because there's no way in the world during the season you got your star receiver and your star quarterback not communicating, on a professional level over, personal feelings, right? So I think it was more when Tyreek made the statement of, and again, I could be wrong, but when he said Tua, it's kind of like fuck you, pardon my language, CB, and he doesn't talk to him for a week. I think he means on a more personal level, because again, I think there's, and this is not just a Miami Dolphin related issue. You can apply this to any team in the league, bro. You're gonna have, everybody's not gonna get along. Everybody's not gonna see eye to eye. Everybody's not gonna see the world the same. So you can forecast personal issues, but again, I don't have a problem with that as long as it doesn't become a professional issue. This sounds to me a little more like a personal issue, because you can't say if there is an issue with Tyreek Hill, we hadn't seen it on the field in 2 years. Them two as a tandem, a quarterback wide receiver tandem, they've been the most prolific in the league the last 2 years on a historic pace. So all this other stuff, me personally, CB, in a perfect world, yeah, I would love for everybody to get along and everybody to see eye to eye and there not be, issues or whatnot. But again, we know the world is imperfect. So as long as it remains, as long as whatever issues with Tua, with Jalen Ramsey, with David Long Jr., with Zach Seiler, etc., whatever personal issues or little minor disagreements they have with each other, as long as it doesn't spill over to the field and affect the play on the field, I'm not really putting much stock in this, bro. It's not really that big of an issue for me.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you for the most part. Shout out to the homie Q, man, for becoming a member. Shout out to the homie Q, man. We got to go up for the homie Q one time, man. Let's go.
Yeah, Q is
Yes, sir. Yeah, Q is a real one. Q is definitely a real one. Shout out to the homie Q. So getting back to what we were talking about, right? Now, and I agree with you, EM. I somewhat agree with Lewis too, right? Now, does this situation kind of make Tua look soft in a sense? Like, what's your thoughts on that, Lou? Well, I mean, how do you feel about that? Come on, Lou. You on mute, man. You on mute.
he ain't talking about nothing anyway, bro. You already know.
Okay.
What he gonna say? He ain't gonna be talking about nothing anyway.
He might be.
Well, no.
The
fact remains, right? And this is just how I feel about it, because I think EM was spot on, right? If people want to say that Tua is, let's say, weird, which I'm not saying he is, I'm just saying for the people that say he might be a little weird, antisocial, awkward, right? I don't care nothing about that. I could care less if he wants to play the ukulele. If he doesn't want to talk to Tyreek personally, I could care nothing about that. But when I hear Tyreek say, Tua don't talk to us for a week, that it's the emotion of it, right? I just believe, and people have heard me say this religiously now, the Miami Dolphins the last 2 years have had rosters that should be competing for championships, right? I think we all can agree on that. When you look at the rosters, that's why we were so high on that team last year, so high on this team this year, right? Injuries, things happen. I've been saying it. I think there's a mental block, not only for just Tua, for a lot of guys on this team. I think they're mentally weak. And I just feel like when I hear Tyreek say that, it screams weakness to me. Like if I can't say, bro, CB have gotten heated in heated debates, sometimes even got personal. Today, me and CB are on this show, right? CB didn't hide away from me in no Twitter spaces or YouTube. I never hid from CB, right? Me and EM, CB and EM, whoever it is, it's never hiding. It's never, hey, man, I'm not going to talk to you for 2 weeks, CB, because you hurt my feelings. And this screams weak, bro. I'm not trying to be mean to Tua. I'm not trying to take a shot at Tua, but it just is what it is, bro.
I mean, I hear you. And I think you know, these are professional football players. I mean, you can't make excuses for guys at this age. I mean, they're 25, 30 years old. If you got a problem with somebody, you should be going to them and having a conversation with them. In a locker room, I understand there's going to be heated exchanges, right? I mean, there's been situations when me and my teammates have literally fought each other outside the locker room and the dorm rooms. Like, there have been plenty of that.
I
But
doubt that. You ain't never been in a fight in your life, but go ahead, but continue.
EM, if you come to Florida, you can get your head bust. I'm telling you that right now.
I hear, yeah.
You can come down here and get your head bust.
I heard all them Florida boys soft down there, bro.
Hey, okay, all right.
Hey, y'all down there in 80 degree weather, sunshine, you know, all year round.
You got
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
You got the photos. You already saw what it was, man. Pull up if you want to. Pull up. Hey, but
so
I mean,
now he making it seem that Florida soft, CB. Is that what he's saying?
That's what he said.
Yeah. Y'all don't know what. Hey, y'all come down here to come down here to the great state of Texas and get in the trenches. I guarantee you, Nick. I guarantee y'all be running home. I guarantee you.
Them Texas boys won't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Hey, CB. You know what's funny, right? Now it's a Florida thing because the Miami Dolphins are soft. But you know who's also mentally weak? The Dallas Cowboys. They mentally weak. Where are they located at?
They ain't the only team in the state in the great state of Texas.
Hey, don't EM claim that Dallas Fort Worth area.
Yeah. Oh, I'm 10 toes down here in the funk. No, don't get it twisted. I'm 10 toes down in the funk. Texarkana, May. Goddamn it! You already know what time it is.
Hey, don't eat that. He be claiming that Dallas Fort Worth area. Soft as cotton.
That's his crew.
Soft as cotton. But yeah, man, hey, bro, it's scrapping. Sometimes it gets scrappy in the locker room, bro. There's heated exchanges. I think the head coach has to have a hold on the locker room. He needs to know the pulse of the locker room and what's going on in the locker room. And he needs to be able to force those guys to have the tough conversations, whether it's somebody not performing, somebody not doing what they're expected to do. Bro, that's the nature of the game. That's going to happen. And I think this is what happens when you have NFL players like constantly around a mic, right? When you have NFL players constantly around a mic, some of this stuff will get out and people will take it and run with it. Like, that's just what the media does, right? People will take it and run with it. And as a result of it, Tyreek probably didn't even mean it like that. He didn't mean it in no type of way, right? Even when he talked about the Ryan Clark situation, where Ryan Clark had came out and said something about Tua being thick. Like, Ryan Clark didn't mean it in any type of way. He was like, man, when I'm in the locker room, like, we have conversations like that. It's just the nature of banter in the locker room, right? But people will take these things and run with them. Now, do I think Tua is a soft player or soft mentally? I don't think Tua is soft mentally. I think he needs to learn, and he's constantly learning how to deal with these situations, right? I feel like iron sharpens iron. So them dudes rubbing on each other is going, and not in no homo type of way, them dudes rubbing on each other is going to make them better. And I think with time, right, with maturity and the coaching staff and maturity in the players, they can get to the position where they need to be. But I think this is a part of that process. Like,
see,
that's what I think.
I just think when people say, they use the term, and again, as fans, we use that term we put those terms on athletes: mentally soft, mentally weak. Again, I think people need to choose, Lewis included, you need to choose your terms wisely, right? Because when you say a player or a person is mentally weak, you look at the status of that person in life. And again, this is just a perspective that I take, right? We talked about this on the phone. When you say this person is soft, this person is weak, he don't have the mental aptitude, et cetera, and you look at where they are in life, and I always take that perspective. You can't say a player that is accomplished as Tua, as your quote unquote your Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, those players, there's nothing soft about none of them. The problem is, now, what you need to say, not only Lou, but anybody else that use those terms so loosely, you say those players are not clutch. Because again, why do people think and they look at them at this stage of their careers and say, well, they're mentally soft? Well, they just hadn't come up in the big time moments, right, to win at the highest level. That's got nothing to do with being soft, bro. They're on they're the best 1% of their field that they're in. How the fuck are you gonna say anybody in walk of life and say that person is mentally soft?
They're mentally soft, and let me explain why. You can sit here and say that they have to learn and stuff. I absolutely agree. But let's go down. How long has Tua been? And again, I'm not trying to just take complete shits on Tua, but how long does he have to learn? Because he wasn't learning in how, again, he don't have to learn in Alabama, right? Let's go back to college when he's playing lesser talented teams than the Alabama team that he had around him, right? Let's say 10 games are against so-so talent, right? 2 or 3 of those games are against top-line talent. Tua don't perform in those games. He had, 3 years at Alabama, now 4 years in the NFL? It's the same thing. It's mentally weak. Kevin Durant, you can see, no one's talking about Tua's talent. He has all the physical tools you want. He's talented, right? That's how he got to this level. Kevin Durant, very talented, right? One of the elite of the elite. But when the pressure gets on Kevin Durant, whether it's in the national media or even in game, the talent is still there. What don't show up is the mental block, right? It's mentally weak players like that. When adversity hits, they can't overcome it. The talent is still there, EM.
That does not make them soft, bro. Mentally, that makes them. They're not clutch. Soft. They're not clutch. Being mentally weak and being unclutch are two totally different things, bro.
I think.
How you gonna sit here and say a man that's made over $100 million in his life, in his respective field that he works in, is soft, is mentally weak? Get the fuck out! That don't make no sense.
I didn't say soft. I said mentally weak.
Well, he said mentally weak. Now
it's the same thing, bro.
I think
it's not.
No, I don't think it's the same thing. I think
no. Mentally weak will be somebody like Josh Rosen. That's mentally weak. That's soft. That's come from having an entitled spirit, bro. That's what that is the definition of what you're talking about.
I think a
person that has got to the 1 percentile of his respective way of the field that he's in, right? He's in the 1%. Man, bro, stop it. He just hadn't won at the highest level, right? And again, that don't make him mentally weak. That makes him unclutch. He's just got to learn how to win and get over that. If he don't, he don't. But if he does, that is the situation. He's not a weak. That don't make him weak, bro.
But it doesn't make him strong because he's a 1 percentile of athletes or whatever. That don't make him tough.
So Michael Jordan was mentally soft before he got over the hump.
But see, here we go. This is what
Michael Jordan was weak-minded. Michael Jordan was weak-minded before he won at the highest level. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you before Michael Jordan won.
Hey, can we? No. Let's before you answer that real quick. There is a difference between being like mentally weak and being soft, and then just not showing up in the clutch, not showing up in moments. I think for a player to be a top 10 player at his position, I don't think he's mentally weak at all, right? I don't think he's mentally weak. Now, he may have moments where he doesn't step up and push through the threshold of being that dude against very high talent and very pressure moments. I think that could be the case,
and that's where Tua is right now.
I'm not. But look, I'm not gonna say he's mentally weak in those moments. I think he needs to figure out a way to turn on that switch, though, right? And maybe, and maybe Tua just doesn't have. You know how some players.
Well, that makes him unclutch at this stage of his career, bro.
But look, this is the thing, right? When you see when I saw Baker Mayfield play in the playoffs against the Eagles, I saw like a grit, a sort of determination that was different from what I've seen, from other weeks from him. Right? It's like some guys have to get.
Would he would have done that if he would have played Kansas City? Would you have seen that? Would you have seen that same? Would you would have seen that same grit against that dominant defense, right? That Tua face, that Brock Purdy face.
But
would you would have seen it then?
But look, this is definitely something that Tua needs to kind of get though.
I agree.
I feel like he doesn't
agree.
I feel like he doesn't have that grit in moments to like really.
CB,
it's almost like it's too passive. He's too passive in those moments.
CB, you're on the right track. EM is trying to make it win and losses. This is not the conversation we're hearing.
And we're just talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about Tua.
That's the perspective I'm coming from, and I thought I was clear on that.
Right, but that's not the conversation. And that Michael Jordan comparison you threw out there is one of the worst things I think I've ever heard on the internet. The fact is, you want to say Michael Jordan didn't win. How long did it take him to win? We're not talking about that. Well, you know what? Hold on.
But this is the thing. Go ahead.
Let him try. Let him go ahead, TV.
Finish.
No,
I was telling you to let him finish. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is Michael Jordan, right? When he wasn't winning against them Boston Celtic teams early and them Detroit Pistons teams early, you know what he was doing? He was showing up, though. He was fighting. That's what he was doing, and that's what we're talking about here. When Tua Tagovailoa, right, don't have no problems fighting against the Patriots, the Jets, the Carolina Panthers, the New York Giants. There is no problem there, right? But when teams come to smack him in the mouth, and let's just not say him, when things might not be going right, when you don't jump out to a 20-0 lead, right? When the game is tight, to your point, it has something to do with clutch a little bit.
We've never seen him be clutch. We've never seen him be clutch.
Ian, but the mental aspect, you cannot say that this kid is not mentally weak, bro.
No, bro. I don't see. No, he's just not. He is not clutch, and he has not figured out how to win, bro. That's the situation.
And I think, look, I don't think. First of all, let's talk about. You guys talk about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan for a second, right? We're gonna stay on this Jordan topic. Jordan didn't come in the league being Michael Jordan, right? And that's what I want you guys to understand. And that's what I'm trying to talk about in terms of Tua, right? It takes a little while for you to grow into the player that you are.
No, tell this nigga that. I already know that. Tell that man that. Because I already know that.
Because Tom Brady didn't come in the league being Tom Brady, right? It just didn't happen overnight, bro. It took years of being beat and being pounded on, and at some point you just get tired of getting your head kicked in and you just like, fuck it. Like we going to get this one. Right. And I don't know if it's gotten to that point with Tua yet, but at some point the light switch will flip and he'll say, hey, bro, it's time. I got to turn it up to a next level. Right. And maybe it's starting to click in with him because all of a sudden he's hiring a quarterback coach. All of a sudden he's doing things a little bit different than he's done in the past, right? So maybe this is a coming of passage where Tua kind of understands that, bro. I gotta take this to the next level. These guys aren't better than me. Look, when he looks at a Baker Mayfield and he looks at a Josh Allen and he looks at some of these other guys. He's got to look at some of these other guys and be like, yo, these guys aren't better than me at playing football, right? These guys aren't better than me. They can't do what I do, but they do have something that I don't have in my game right now, right? There is something they have that I don't have. And when you look at them play, it's that grit, it's that determination, it's that extra notch that they take it to. And I think all of this is part of becoming that professional player that you want to be. Yeah, I think that's what it is, bro.
I don't know. Again, pull up H's comment. I agree with you. I don't know what the hell EM and CB talking about. Michael Jordan came into the league like
No. Did he come in winning? Did he come in winning? Did he come in winning?
He took his lumps.
Did he come in winning?
But Lewis, Tua is playing good football, bro. Like, what are we saying?
And again, you see what I'm saying? This is why this fan base is mentally weak too.
What are we talking about?
This is what you. No. What are you guys talking about? First of all, I've been out here saying I want to sign Tua. I still want to sign Tua.
Okay.
I think Tua plays. I think Tua plays very well. The fact is, he's mentally weak. Period. I don't care what you try to tell me. I'm not making this about wins and losses right now.
That's what it should be. That is where the evaluation should begin and end.
But I don't think it's it can't just
that is where the evaluation needs to begin and end. I don't give a fuck about anything off the field, bro.
Ian, that's not fair
all
though.
Because he ain't talking to Tyreek for a week and he took some. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
All right, Ian, but Ian, you gotta admit that winning and losing is a team thing, right? If we break down the winning and losing and take away the wins and losses, we still got to look at how guys individually performed. And there's been some games where we've won games and Tua didn't perform the way I thought he should perform. Like even when we look at the Cowboys game.
I would agree with that, but so, you can say that about Tyreek Hill. Was Tyreek Hill his best version of himself against these upper tier teams? Was he?
Right, but we're having the conversation about Tua right now, so we can't deflect and talk about Tyreek.
No, I'm not trying to deflect. I'm just trying to add. Again, we coming from two different perspectives. I'm coming from the perspective of winning and losing. I don't care about any. Lewis is coming. Because he think Tua is soft because Tyreek said something to him that he didn't like and he didn't talk to him for a week.
No, like, don't put words in my mouth.
I mean, like,
no.
You've been saying that for the last 3 hours. What are you talking about?
No. First of all, you're the only person that say soft is you.
I didn't
call Tua. I didn't call.
You didn't say that. I don't like to make private conversation public, but you didn't say that on the phone just an hour ago.
I don't remember saying it.
I know. Yeah, I know. How convenient. Go ahead.
So look. So this is my thing. Hold up, real quick.
About wins and losses, right? You want to make it about wins and losses, and real quick, CB. I'll be real quick with this. Then no, I don't think Tua is the guy then. Because I think he's mentally weak, and to win, you got to be mentally tough.
Okay.
So you don't think he's the guy? So why would you extend him and do all of this stuff to keep him?
Exactly.
Because again, there's a level of production that you get on the field, and I'm gonna bet on that. Hopefully, I'm saying we're talking about today on March 6th, right? I think he's mentally weak. Now, listening to Tyreek, what he also said, he thinks it's going to change. He thinks Tua is going to adapt and get better at it. So, yeah, I still bet on that because I do think Tua is a good quarterback in this league. But as of today, no.
You don't become a good quarterback at this level, and you're calling that man mentally weak, bro.
He is mentally weak.
That just makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense.
I know, but when I brought up Kevin Durant, right?
So what makes him mentally weak, Lou? Okay, you said it's not all about wins and losses. Well, what about Tua is causing you to make him mentally weak?
I'm saying your argument. You're trying just to say it's about winning. Well,
and I'm asking you from your perspective, what is he not doing to influence you to think he's mentally weak?
No. Again, right here. Has Josh Allen won anything, Ian?
No.
Right, but do you consider him mentally weak?
No.
You look at him and watch him. Right.
I don't.
And Tua is not Josh Allen in the mental aspect of what
I don't consider
from him.
I don't consider.
Hey, Lou, they saying the real Lou is back. This
Lou?
Oh,
he's packing. Oh, yeah. He wolf packing. Oh, the nigga wolf packing. You already know that.
I don't care about what these damn idiots in this chat are thinking. What I'm saying is the kid is mentally weak. I don't care about none. First of all, again.
So I'm asking you, Lewis. I'm asking you.
Kevin Durant on the phone. I brought up Kevin Durant because
but what did you say, Lou? You said why?
I'm trying to say it.
Go ahead.
Kevin Durant on any given night can give you 30, 40, 50, 60 if he needs to because that talent is there, right? You're the one, EM, when I brought up Kevin Durant, what did you say? Well, what did happen to him again in OKC in the finals?
He lost.
Right?
He lost.
Right. You said he brought up 38 in the first game, right? He brought up 30. He had 32 in the second game. That talent was there, right? It's always there with Kevin Durant. But when games 4, 5, 6, 7 started happening, right? He
didn't win, though, right? He didn't win.
No. But why do you think he didn't win?
So again, I'm telling you, because he's not clutch, bro. That's what you're not listening, Lou.
That mental block.
No.
When the games got tougher. He shrinks.
No, he's someplace. No. Again. You need to change your terminology, bro. That don't make these people. Kevin Durant is a Hall of Fame fucking player. right? Arguably a top 10 player of all time. You're saying that man?
He's still
You're saying that?
weak.
No, bro. He's
but
not clutch.
look.
There's a difference.
And I think Cruz makes a good point. And Cruz, I think he said,
who?
I think he called you a hoe earlier. He said you a hoe.
Agree with that.
I have no.
Now he says Tyreek talked about the progression of Tua as a leader.
Thank you.
And he said the complete opposite of a weak-minded individual, right? And I think that's kind of what Tyreek was getting at when he kind of referenced Mahomes and referenced Tua and how they're different, right?
Has Tyreek not referenced Tua as a dog in the past? Have you not heard him? Have you not heard that come out of his mouth?
You know what?
Okay.
And he's had those thoughts on him, right? He said that, he's more accurate than Mahomes and stuff like that. But we also got to understand that I think Andy Reid is in a position where he's a very experienced coach dealing with a young player in Pat Mahomes, and he's kind of got Pat Mahomes to where he is now, right? I think Mike McDaniel is a very young coach in the NFL, right? So I feel like that is a little bit different from an Andy Reid coaching you, because Andy Reid's going to be able to coach you a little bit different from the way Mike McDaniel would be able to coach you, right? And I think Tua needs to be better as a leader. He needs to be better in those moments as well.
I would agree 100%.
Now, does it happen sooner than later? That's what we're hoping, right? We hope it happens sooner than later, right? We want that process to be sped up a little bit, but I don't think it's anything we can put a time clock on because we don't know. Right, so I think that's where we are, man. And I know we could go back and forth all day about it.
Pull up H's comment.
What did H say?
Oh, this gonna put Lewis officially on the 6 o'clock news now.
Please, man, stop.
Pull up, and that's his boy. He be capable for Lou like a motherfucker. Pull that up. Look at that.
So he said, Lewis, can't call to a weak-minded dude. He's literally overcome everything presented in his path, and he's consistently gotten better at all his weaknesses. Ooh.
Thank you. Oh man. Ooh, really. Sometimes it be your own people that do you in, and that's his boy. That's his boy.
Oh man, don't do it like that.
Now again, right? Unless Tua in the weight room when he was coming out of injuries, right? Like overcoming the hip and stuff. Unless that weight is fighting him back, then hey, you got me, man. Stop. What has that man overcome? What?
To go from the bottom third of the league to the 1 percentile in his position in 2 years.
You know what?
That's a week. Yeah. That guy. That's what he's done. That's what he's done.
Dre said to a dog, man. I'm with Dre.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, man, somebody go. Hey, pack him up, CB. Go on and pack this nigga up real quick. He out of there. He done. And his own people did it. I didn't have to let off one shot. His own people got him. God damn it.
Well, we got a bunch of idiots. That's all that shows me. Because you know what's funny? I bet you these same people that are saying that. Oh,
damn. H, you hear the nigga? H, you hear him? The man just called you an idiot, bro. Man, that's some nasty work.
First of all, I know when you overtalk, that just means because you know you're getting bodied right now. The simple fact of the matter is...
Okay, all right. All right, go ahead. The floor is yours. My work is done. The fact of
the matter is, right? Hey, the simple fact, right, is the same people that are saying defending Tua to the death because he's not mentally weak. They'll call Mac Jones weak. They'll say Mac Jones is mentally weak. I've heard Andrevius say Mac Jones is mentally weak, and Andrevius is my homie. Right? We all agree Mac Jones is mentally weak. Now, did he win? Was Mac Jones a winner? So just like Tua, right? So is Mac Jones a dog? Is that what we're talking about?
We're talking about on the NFL level. Mac Jones looks mentally fragile right now.
Well, all I know.
Now, not all to his. Not, and again, I'm not.
All I know, Mac Jones has done the same thing in the NFL that Tua Tagovailoa has done. Has led a team to the playoff, has lost, and
wow. So when was Mac Jones the leader? When did Mac Jones was ever in an MVP conversation? When was Mac Jones leading the league in passing, bro? When was Mac Jones for 2 years in a row in the upper 1 percentile of the quarterback position? When did that happen?
Now watch how the internet EM does, right? Now watch. So the
internet
can see
EM?
how the internet EM does, right? Now, if I bring up Josh
this getting
Allen,
frosty.
Herbert, if I bring up Herbert, Allen, Burrow, right? With team guys, again, especially Burrow, right? I've heard EM say, well, when I say, well, Burrow's been to a Super Bowl, EM will be like, did he win it? But now in the same breath, EM tells you, well, Tua was in the conversation of MVP. Did he win it? Did he win it?
No.
Well, and again, so the resume of Tua Tagovailoa and Mac Jones in the NFL, they both are one-time Pro Bowl selectors.
Wow.
One time taking their teams to the playoffs. Is it not?
Okay.
But is that not a
All
fact?
right.
Is it not
Okay.
a fact? Is it not?
But you're forgetting. But so when did you ever think? When did ever the words ever come out of your mouth about, man? You know what, Mac Jones is a top 5 quarterback. Mac Jones is a top 10 quarterback. When did that ever come out of your mouth at any point of his career?
It's never. I think
okay, then. Well, thank you. Again, but I've heard you say that about Tua. I've heard you say that about Tua.
Stop.
Now, this is the internet Lewis right now. This the internet Lewis right now. He won't admit to it, but I've heard it come out of his mouth. Oh, Tua's a top 5 quarterback, right? Several times.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
That's this internet nigga right now.
All right, man. Hey, this was a fun conversation, man. How do we feel about let's move it forward a little bit. How do we feel about Jerome Baker?
Pack him up. Pack him up.
Bring out the yellow tape.
Hey, man. Hey. Somebody said. Somebody left the body in the street, bro. Hey, pack him up.
Speaking of bodies, I heard somebody got bodied the other day.
Oh, what you talking about, CB? What you talking about? What you talking about?
Hey,
CB, what you talking about?
A little birdie tapped me on my shoulder. Right? He tapped me on my shoulder.
I don't know who birdie is. I don't know who that birdie is. Can you put a name on that birdie? I don't know who birdie is.
Say CB. Say who? What's that you heard? Who got bodied? Who allegedly got bodied?
I heard TFTG got packed up the other day, boy.
Oh yeah.
I heard
the tailgate.
I heard Mo Sauce's gave Cap a run for his money.
Oh wow!
I just want to know.
Wow.
Hey, CB, real quick.
That little birdie, boy. That little damn birdie.
I don't know. Hey, CB, I've been in these streets. CB, I've been in these streets for a while now, homie. I don't know who a little birdie is. Can you want to put a name on that?
It's a couple.
Can you put a name on that birdie?
That man said, he said Mo Sauce's got him, got that Cap, bro. Really?
Hey, Cruz said TFTG got put in a UPS truck.
Oh, damn. Hey, man, somebody go tag that man Cap real quick and tell him to pull up because he got some goddamn explaining to do now.
He can't be out here in these streets.
Somebody go to you. You know how y'all do in the chat. You know who you are. You know, go on and put that distress signal out,
man.
Right? And tell Cap to pull up because he got some explaining to do.
Boy,
that is crazy.
Y'all got to be better than that, boy. Woo.
But he packed, bro. They saying he packed up. I thought Cap was on a level, bro. Man, it's levels to this. With nobody that comes off YouTube that's been around and that's been accomplished to things. Because I got respect for Cap.
Yeah,
Cap.
Cap a good dude.
He has status in the community. There is no way, shape, or form you should be in a Twitter space and allow anybody from Twitter, right, that comes from Twitter primarily, to body you, to pack you up, to leave you out in the middle of the street, bro. There is no way. So Cap, you got a lot of explaining to do, my friend.
Who said Mo pulled up and scanned the box? Say it ain't so. Bro, y'all boys is wild.
Oh man.
Y'all some goddamn fools.
Hey man, moving forward, man. What y'all think about this Jerome Baker situation? Jerome Baker getting snipped. I told y'all it was happening, bro. Told y'all it was happening. Is there a possibility he comes back, or is he done as a Miami Dolphin?
No, I think, and again, hey, you know something, man. I haven't been the biggest Jerome Baker fan in the past, but I've grown to develop a level of respect for him. Look at you feeling sorry for him. Look at you feeling sorry for him. No. I've grown to, really, kind of, develop respect for him. Again, he's a player, bro. In 4 or 5 years, bro, he's done nothing but gotten better. He's been one of the more durable players on the roster, on the team captain, right? And he's still a young player, 27 years old. So, but
I think the Miami Dolphins put him in
kind
a
of
bad
bittersweet for me.
position. Yeah.
It's kind of bittersweet, but I understand from the financial aspect of it. You need that, you need that relief. Because I think his number is what, 14 something million. Cap.
Yeah, he's up there.
So they definitely need that relief. So releasing him will get them net them about what, 9.8 million, I believe. They'll get back if they designate him post June 1st. Designation or whatever, but so nothing but respect for Jerome Baker. I've gone back and forth with Jerome Baker with a lot of people over the years, but I got I've grown to have respect for him and his contribution to the team since he's been a member of the Dolphins. So hopefully he moves on and he gets what he's looking for out there on the free agent market. But as far as him and his relationship with the Miami Dolphins, I think that has come to an end because I think help is on the way. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, Lou, what's your thoughts,
man? Can you elaborate? Yeah, I just want to hear EM elaborate real quick. What do you mean by help's on the way?
Ooh, what you know? You know something I don't know?
On that
so you got sauces? You got sauces?
I just feel like my team is going to bring in. They're going to be maybe not as aggressive as we've been accustomed to the last 3, 4, 5 years. But I think the Dolphins are going to be aggressive, and they're going to move quickly to address that position. And that's just just a feeling, bro. And I could be wrong, but I just got a feeling they're gonna move quickly to address that position.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Lou, you wanted to go ahead and talk on the Jerome Baker situation?
Yeah, listen, I think EM kind of stole my thunder. He kind of sounds a lot like a certain individual in this community. Listen, I've been rocking with EM now for almost 2 years now. He's gotten a lot better since the first time around.
He's been learning. He's been learning from the best.
I know.
He's been learning from the best, Lou.
I know.
From the best, Lou. He come around.
Listen, I'll keep mine simple, CB. I will say that I do think there's a possibility that Jerome Baker does come back to Miami because I think in the open market, I don't think he's going to find the number that he's actually looking for, and I think he'll be able to come back.
Lou, real quick, bro. I'm gonna give it right back to you. Pull up that S. Harris's comment. That man said, "Is that space recorded? That Cap got cooked in." I don't know,
gosh.
but Lewis might can shed a little more light on that. Was that space recorded?
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have no idea.
Lou, you sent it to me, dog. What you talking about?
Yeah, go pull that up. Let me show you. Pull that up. Show me where I should have sent it to you. Go ahead, show that.
Oh man,
y'all some goddamn liars up here, man.
Y'all boys funny, man. Hey, but yeah, man, I think Baker's gone, and I think it's partly the Miami Dolphins' fault, right? I don't think he ever should have been paid like that, first of all, and I think he never should have put in a position to where he was playing inside linebacker. Jerome Baker is not an inside linebacker. He's an outside linebacker in every other team in the NFL. He's an outside guy. And that's where he should be. He should be running, chasing down guys, maybe a weak side linebacker, weak side 4-3 guy. That's where he's best at. That's what he does best is run and chase down guys. Maybe he's chasing down the backside or something like that. So us putting him in the inside did him a disservice. He shouldn't have been there. He's not physical enough. He's not downhill enough. He can't shed blockers like that. Those interior guys, he can't get off those blocks. So that's partly Miami's fault, right? I feel bad for Baker, but I also want to get better at the position, right? If we were going to go to a 4-3 and we were going to bring in another inside linebacker and put him on the weak side, I'm cool with that, right? Because now he's in the position where he needs to be.
Not at $14 million though.
Yeah. He's got to be. Yeah, and we paid him too much, right? And some of these guys, we need to stop paying guys for what they did for us and start paying guys for what we can see them doing, envision them doing, right? So I'm looking forward to getting other players in. And I think this is going to be a pivotal moment in the franchise, right? As some of these players are ushered out, some of these guys who've been with us for like 5, 6, 7 years, I think we're going to have the opportunity to bring in some other guys who are veterans, who are savvy, and who can kind of change the dynamic of the football team. Because I do think the team, and I'm not going to say the team is soft. I just think this team is very comfortable where they are, right? And I think it's comfortable where they are because they have so many guys that are in the locker room that have been here for years and that claim themselves as being pivotal pieces, right? So now some of those guys are ushered out, right? And you get a chance to bring in some other guys and kind of ruffle the feathers of the locker room a little bit, right? Kind of bring in some physicality, build through the trenches, bring some of the guys in that, that weren't. I mean,
Do you think there's a chance he comes back though?
no, no, there's no way he comes back.
No. So
I think
No.
all these guys leaving right now are goners.
Unless he accept that $3.5-4 million, unless he accept that.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Let's say there's a team, and again, I'm taking the teams out that like teams in Texas that has no state tax or whatever. But let's just say in the open market, the money is around $5.5-6 million. You don't think he would be willing to come back for a cheaper deal?
No, I don't think so.
I'm just saying for a
I don't think the Dolphins
deal,
want him back.
think
I don't think the Dolphins want him back because if they wanted him back,
well, I think Anthony Weaver. I think they've given him an opportunity to kind of pick and choose and bring in his own guys that he's familiar with. And I think for the most part, you got the cap hit as well as a new defensive coordinator. He wants his guys, and I think Jerome Baker. It's just bad timing for him. Maybe if this was last year, kind of like because Fangio didn't make the move, didn't move off of Jerome Baker last year when he came in, and I'm sure they gave him the same flexibility and they gave him the same approach. They took the same approach with Fangio.
Jerome Baker, he lost snaps last year to Duke Riley. So Duke Riley was
that's only because he was hurt. That's only because he was hurt. He didn't. It's not like Duke Riley was out. Baker was playing well, bro. No, I want to be clear.
He was decent. He was manageable. He was serviceable.
But that's what I'm saying. I think with and it's not that's not groundbreaking. This is the approach generally that every new defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator is taking over a new team, is going to a new team. They do that. It's the strategy of all of them, like 90% of them. So I just think this is a situation where the cap situation with the Dolphins, they looked at Baker's production, they looked at him, and they looked at the cap charge, and it's just not aligned. And you get Weaver wanting to bring in his own guys, and I think those two combinations are the reason why Jerome Baker's on the move right now.
Yeah, I think so. My man SR said, "Can't believe it, I'm saying it, but we should have kept Elandon Roberts instead." Woo!
Nah, bro. Respect to Elandon Roberts, but nah, I can't say that.
Elandon Roberts was a thumper. He was a thumper.
David Long was his replacement. I mean, you think that David Long is Elandon Roberts on the level of David Long? Last time I checked, is he?
No. He's talking about keeping David Long and then putting Baker in instead of Jerome. I mean, not Baker, but Roberts in instead of Jerome Baker.
Nah. Landon Roberts, bro. You can bring him into the depth piece, but you got David Long, who's kind of somewhat compromised in terms of coverage, right? Then Landon Roberts is like what three times worse as David Long in terms of coverage. So that's a bad combination.
Hey, so more Dolphins news. Jonnu Smith visiting the Miami Dolphins, Atlanta Falcons tight end, who's an unrestricted free agent. What do you guys think about that move? I'll start with you, Lou. What's your thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Ian.
Oh, Ian, go ahead.
No. I like the move. I like the player. I like the skill set. He if you bring him. I see the intrigue, like, because he has a skill set that we necessarily don't have at that position on the roster right now. Because if you acquire him, he immediately is the best athlete in that room, right? So again, he's been competent in terms of blocking throughout his career. Last year, if you look at how his inline usage kind of took a dip. Don't know the reason why. I have to conduct a little more research, but he's been primarily in terms of his usage in Tennessee. He was a heavy inline player, right? But again, I think where he is, he's proven he can be a competent blocker in the past. But I just think he adds that vertical element of compared to what we have in the tight end room right now. And again, as long as the price is right, I definitely will welcome a player, with his abilities, because again, he provides a dimension that we currently don't have. And again, I think the Dolphins, if they do acquire him, I don't think they should just stop and rest on his acquisition. I think if you had aspirations to go in the draft, and select a player at that position at some point, well, then just because you acquire him, that shouldn't impede your strategy.
Nah, you
So
need a replacement. You need to replace
exactly.
him.
So welcome addition, right? Welcome skill set. Think he can provide a dimension that we just currently don't have. So yeah, I'm all on board for it.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jonnu Smith. I think
What's that price tag looking like though? What are you willing to pay for a player like that?
What's his cost on Spotrac?
I am not sure, bro.
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Let me see if
I mean, he's a Durham. I would give him a contract. You know, he's a Durham Smythe, type of contract. I think he's worthy of that.
3.5, 4 million.
I ain't going to 4, but I would say 3.5, 3.5. I'd entertain that.
For how many years? 2 years? 3 years?
No, he's 28 years old. I would bring him on as a stopgap, maybe a 1-year deal, maybe depending on with incentives, maybe 2 years, 1 year guaranteed. With the opportunity, if he comes in and just balls the fuck out, well, then I'd entertain bringing him back in that second year. But 2-year deal with 1 guarantee, that gives you a way out after the first year if he don't meet expectations. So, but
it looks like he's making about $3 million a year. That's what it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, CB. Hey, CB, pull up Pete's comment. I would love to hear you and EM's thoughts on Pete's comment.
Here we go. So CB, Russell Wilson is available for the low trade Tua, and let's go. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. What do you think about trading Tua and bringing in Russell Wilson? Because Pete has a narrative that Russell's going to sign with his new team for $1 million.
So
is this really a platform to entertain Pete really right now?
Bro, we're not.
That's why you got Twitter. That's why you got Twitter and you got got his own channel to entertain foolishness.
Where Pete been at? Pete ain't been doing no lives, bro.
You guys were bringing up other comments that were nonsense. I thought that's what we were doing up here. My bad.
Okay. I see where they go.
He in his feelings. Oh yeah, he feeling away. He just got bodied twice. Oh yeah, he in his feelings right now.
Man, stop.
They got him up out of here.
Well, no.
I don't think Russell Wilson. Look. Russell Wilson as a backup. Yeah, I don't think Russell Wilson is going anywhere to be a backup, and I don't think the Miami Dolphins are willing to do it. I just don't think it's worth entertaining. So,
Tua is better than Russell Wilson right now.
Yeah,
no, that's not a conversation. Pete, you need to stop. We know what Pete's motivation is. I mean, why y'all even entertain Pete? You know what he owned. You know what he been on since 2019.
As Harris would buy Pete.
And he's gonna be the same until either. Well, again, I even think he gonna always be. He ain't gonna never be a Tua fan. Even if Tua win the MVP, we win a Super Bowl, he'll never get on that board. He will never get on board.
Relax.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey. Well, I just wanted to come live real quick, do a little quick show, man. I appreciate y'all boys coming through, chopping it up with me. We talked a little Tyreek in the pivot.
Hey, real quick before we close it out.
What's up?
Is Cap? I don't see him in the comments. Hey, man, somebody go tag Cap real quick. Tell him to pull up. Y'all already know.
Man,
I see a lot of people that's always on the gate.
We're going to definitely do that later, though.
I know one thing though, real quick before we get out and salute to everybody, EM, CV, but chat, you want to see a dead body real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to see a dead body? His name
they looking at him.
EM Dolphin fan.
They looking at him. They looking right at you right now. They can hear you.
Why y'all boys be chopping each other up, bro? Why y'all be chopping each other up?
Nah, bro.
Let me put my face on it because EM a goddamn fool. That's why I be bodying his motherfucker. We all know that.
So
again,
put his face on it.
Last time I checked, again, this the internet, Lewis. See, this is what y'all see. I know him better than anybody. This the internet. All that is for the internet.
My boy trying to enjoy his dinner, man. His man got a birthday,
right? This is the internet, Lewis.
Hey,
it's cool.
Tell little Rabbi Dolphin, man, happy birthday, man. Tell him I said happy birthday,
tell little nephew I said salute. Happy birthday.
Absolutely, that's a fact.
Hey, man. Shout out to the homie Lou for pulling up, man. Holla at me, Lou. Holla at me.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead, EM. Go ahead, dog.
No, well, I was gonna say, bro, we got a couple minutes to see if Cap pull up, but I guess he ain't coming.
Cap ain't coming, man. It's all right. We're
So
gonna have plenty of time with Cap. We gotta get the story because I gotta get some background on that.
Game Boy 305 said Cap is on that 2-day shipping.
Oh Lord.
Man, you know, I wasn't in there.
Amazon
I wasn't in there, so I really got to get to the bottom of this, bro. I need some. I got some major questions. I need answers to them.
Hey,
So
for people who don't know in the community and y'all are new to the show, y'all gotta follow. This is like there is a Miami Dolphins soap opera in the background too. So y'all gotta understand it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of drama between YouTube and content creators, but it's all in fun. It's all in entertainment and having a good time, bro. That's what we do, man.
You mean
Twitter?
You mean Twitter and content creators?
Oh yeah. Twitter, YouTube. You know, it's all fun.
Hey, yeah. I'm about here too, CB. We'll chop it up, man. And hey, man, appreciate you always. You know, let me come up and pop my shit, bro. You already know. So salute to the chat too, man. Salute to everybody. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Right. Y'all share this video. Right. Because again, I want to reiterate, CB need all the help he can get. We know that. We all feel sorry for him. So we already know what time it is.
Oh, hey, brick by brick. Appreciate you coming through, big head.
All right, man. I'm about to here. Salute, man. Until next time.
All right, bro. Later. All right, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody who pulled up. Quick little hour show to just kind of talk some Miami Dolphins, what's going on in the community, some of these acquisitions that we could possibly get, right? Man, the team will be different next year. I want y'all to understand that, but it could be for the better, right? We could be healthier, we could be tougher, we could be more physical. Those are things that we need to happen. Right. So I'm not mad at what's going on right now. Mike McDaniel needs to get his guys in, his coaching staff locked in, and we need to be able to shake and move, man. We need to be able to get it in. My man says later, CB going over to AFC's roundtable right now. Okay, go check them boys out, man. I'm on the roundtable on Tuesdays. I'm gonna get a set schedule going soon, but hey, I might go live tomorrow. I might go live Friday. Just be locked in. Turn on the notifications, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Are the Miami Dolphins gonna make these moves and go get these dubs?
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And shout out to the homie Q, man. Q killing it, man. Q killing it. Q became a new member for 2 months. Shout out to the homie Q for supporting the channel. Shout out to the members gang. I saw the members gang in here, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hey, this is how we get down over here, man. We have a damn good time. We have fun. We gets it in. Let's go. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. It's Finn State with CBD3, and your boy is out. See ya. Let's get it. We go.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sort them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say.